Alia burst into laughter looking at you while you couldn't react because you were still in shock. As she held her stomach while you looked at Alia. How can he? And Alia looked at you. For real, you were saying that you will see him. That's how you deal, huh? Please, Linus Ryan. You made an annoyed face. Shut up, Alia. I'm already tense. She sighed as she held her hand. What happened to you? Tell me. You looked at her, gulping. I don't know, while she sighed. At least you can talk to him. What does he actually want? And you shook your head. No, never. I would never face him again. I felt like I got possessed. While she controlled her smile. What if he really wants? You looked at her as sweat covered your forehead. Please don't say that. He has fiancee. He must be lying, I know. He's a creep. You stubbornly said and she sighed. We all heard that. He has, but we never know what he personally has. Like, what's the relationship? You shook your head stubbornly. No, never, still. You couldn't stop thinking about him since then. That how he asked. It is making you anxious. As you say on a bed and hold your head. No, never. You said holding your head. What he wants from me, he mumbled. And someone knocked your door and you sat straight. And your mom walked in and you smiled nervously. Doing something? She asked and you shook your head. No, you replied. Okay, come then, help me in kitchen, she said and you nodded. To the maid zombie. And see your father, he invited his guest here. Like seriously? She annoyingly said and you smiled. It's okay, I'll help you, she nodded. Was about to walk but she stopped you. Do you change now? She said a little annoyingly and you frowned. Wait, what's the problem in this? Why I need to change? You asked and she sighed. It's not looking good. You're looking like homeless in this. You blinked multiple times. Oh ma, she just stared you. I'm not going to change. Whether accept this, I'm not going to help you. And it's not like a marriage proposal that has come for me. She gave you a blank look. Okay then, don't blame me later. You rolled your eyes and she walked. Whatever. You jumped the last stairs playfully and your mom shook her head, looking at you as she smiled at the guest. She's my daughter, he said smilingly. As you looked at the guest, but you looked at the person, your eyes came out of your socket and your heart dropped. Your Tehang snack dropped from his hand as he looked at the girl. Then Jungkook was smiling looking at her, while you quickly turned, hiding your face as you cursed underneath. What the fudge? You mumbled. Bro is a complete stalker. You're about to run upstairs, but your mom stopped you. Where are you going now? And she asked, and you shut your eyes. I have an important work. You nervously said and trying to walk out of the situation as you're feeling embarrassed. Just now you said you don't have. Now come on, now you have to help me. Please. But she glared at you, and her one glare is enough for you. Okay, you whispered, and you hurriedly rushed to kitchen, hiding your face, and she looked at you confused. Well, he chuckled slightly, and Taehang nudged elbow to him. As he looked at him, straightening his lips. What is all this happening? He whispered, and Jungkook is still looking in that direction. Bro, there your old man is sitting, and he is here for your engagement event. You know that, right? He whispered, and he looked at his dad, then him. So what? He casually replied, and Taehang looked at him down. Means you purposely make him come here. You know that it's her house. He chuckled slightly, noted. I have brought that to meet his daughter-in-law, he said smiling, and Taehang left with no words. Jungkook, he whispered in. He has something epic. He asked and Taehang smiled nervously. No, uncle. And he nodded as he sighed. I want best even for my son, Mr. Kim smiled. You can trust me with that, Mr. Yuan chuckled. Looked at Jungkook. My son chose you, then you must be best. Jungkook gave him a small smile. No, Mama, you almost shouted and lowered your tone as your mother that glared at you. I mean, you wanted me to help you, then I help you. Why you want me to serve them as well? No way. She still give you that look. Are you going or not? She asked, glaring at you, and you know it's not gonna work. Oma, please. She folded arms across her chest. Okay, then I'll change my clothes first. She raised brows. No need. And you looked at her annoyed. Oma. And she ignored you as she handed you the tray. I asked you before, now go. She gave you a slight push and you feel like to run away. And it's not like that they came with the marriage proposal for you. She repeated, reminding you your words. And you laughed lightly. Yeah, the man sitting in the hall is ready to be your son-in-law. You murmured and she frowned. What? Nothing. You walked, stomping your foot. You walked nervously, avoiding eye contact with him. You can feel his strong gaze at you. As you slowly walked, hiding your nervousness and embarrassment which you are feeling right now. You walked as you extended coffee to Mr. John and he took it with a smile. Thank you, he said. As you walked to Taehyung, well, he's looking at you surprised as he slowly took while smiling nervously. You need courage to face him. As you walked a little and extended him. Well, he took it with a smile. Thank you, he said softly while you didn't look at him. Appa, you extended to him and he took it. Thank you, daughter. You just smiled. By the way, I need to talk to you something, uncle. He spoke out of blue, making your eyes go widen. As you quickly looked at him, you are all nervous what he's going to say. Can you show me some things? He asked and you took a relief. Sure, why not? He took his laptop and you about to walk, but stopped as he called your name all of a sudden. Wait, Ryan. He blurted out and you felt goosebumps as everyone looked at you while Taehyung looked away trying to control himself. I'm already out, he mumbled. What happened, Jungkook? He asked confusingly. How do you know her name? Do you guys know each other personally? You immediately shook your head. Yes, he said without hesitation and you shut your eyes as your parents looked at also Mr. Jung. And how? He asked as Jungkook was about to speak but you cut him off. I study in your university and we met quite a few times, not know personally each other. And Mr. John made face. Appa, he's the new director of our university, Jungkook sir. You sat clearing the confusion to your father and when your mother flicked your head a little. Stop it, then you should have greeted him properly. You looked at your mother then, that she starts anywhere. Well, Jungkook chuckled a little as you looked at him feeling embarrassed. What do you want from Ryan then? He asked and Jungkook looked at you. I want her to select wedding theme, he boldly said while Taehyung shut his eyes fighting his fears. This man is not afraid of his father at all. My father would have beaten me with slipper if I had done that so. He murmured. What do you mean? He asked with suspicion while your father looked at him surprised. Girls' choices are better, and you know I want everything as my wife wants. Your eyes widened and everyone looked at him shocked. Taehyung is so done, so he speaks. He means that Zara is not here so Wine can help behalf of her. He said explaining and Jungkook gave him a blank look. Oh, well you sighed in relief. Your dad showed some samples to him and his dad looked at him asking which one, but he looked at you and you got nervous, which is noticed by your mother. I think mostly girls like decent and a little shiny themes, so this one would be good. Universally said, but he's still looking at you with a question. Which one do you like? He asked and you looked at him done because he's making you feel awkward by those stairs. And that too in front of your parents and his dad. Jungkook's dad just stared his son because he knows that gaze of his son, the way he's looking at her, but he chose to remain silent for now. He looked at your father nervously. He gives assurance by nodding because he trusts his daughter, but little did he know. First one. And he smiled. Okay, final this one. He said, feeling satisfied. Great choice. Zara would definitely like it. He said, laughing dryly. Okay, Mr. Kim, we can discuss further. He nodded. Sure, we can discuss further. He nodded and Jungkook's father looked at him. Son? Sure that. But before that I need to use washroom. He blurted out. Sure, why not? He looked at his wife and daughter. But when your father looked at you, so you find it suspicion. So to assure him, you speak. Up, I'll show him. You said to assure him. And you're looking at you with a concern, but you give him a assuring smile. Okay, he said, nodding, and you smiled. So come, let me take you. You said as he got up, sure. And you walked as he followed. This one? You said, opening the door as he is looking at you. You can go, I'm standing here. You said as he nodded and walked inside. While you sighed as you ran fingers through your hairs, thinking about the earlier incident. I need to talk to him. He made all of them suspicious, as if we are in a relationship. You exhaled. Oh God, he's a stalker for real, you mumbled. Then door opened, revealing him as you quickly corrected yourself, and he looked at you while you are gathering courage to talk to him. Actually, sir, stopped as he stand in front of you while his hands were in his pockets. He hummed in husky voice while he took a deep breath before speaking. What's your problem? You asked, looking at him, and he smiled. Can you solve it? You raised frozen question. I don't have your number. You shut your eyes as you looked at him down. When you closed the door and looked at him sighing. Why are you following me? For God's sake, leave me alone. Don't you feel ashamed that you are getting married but still behind a girl? He finally said, why would I be ashamed of for something I don't want? He sternly replied and he looked at him completely. I feel ashamed if I look someone else than you. You hold your head. So I'm your student. It can't happen. He sat on the bed before looking at him. So, what's your age? You asked, folding arms across your chest. 28. He chuckled wryly. See, I'm only 23. I'm still a kid. Why don't you understand? Please, I beg you, don't leave me now. He chuckled. 23 isn't a kid. You're all grown-up woman. He replied calmly and he rolled his eyes. I don't want to marry you, and firstly, I don't have feelings for you. You have fiancee. Why you want to break her heart? He got up, making you gulp as he walked near you, and you stepped back a little. To not break her heart, I should break mine. What kind of charity is this? He asked, raising brows as he moved closer and making your heart back to his door. And about your feelings, you will fall in love with me after getting married. You gulped. Same applies to you, that you might fall in love with her after marriage. And he shook his head. We know each other since childhood, but I never felt that way for her, the way I felt for you at first sight. Your heart skips a beat. But you don't have to worry about your feelings. I'm here for that. And I trust myself that I can make you fall for me. I need your yes first. Just say and see the magic. His every word making your heart beat wildly as you look away. But little did I know you liked me first. If you didn't know about my engagement thing, you might have said yes. You still looking down as you looked at him slowly. I would say no anyways. You want me to talk to your parents? He said, making your eyes widen as you shook your head. No, you immediately said as he tucked a strand of your hair behind your ear. I have to, as I need to call off this marriage. You came at very right timing to my life. Like light of my life, showing me the way. You put the end to the storms inside me. I find peace in you. You closed your eyes as you looked at him again. It doesn't happen like this. There is nothing like love at first sight, you said, trying to make him understand. It does. See from my eyes, you will get all your answers. You exit tiredly. I don't want to marry you, she replied, trying to convince him. That's your choice, but I had to clear myself and should tell my parents and your friends that I like your daughter. He unlocked the door, but your eyes widened as you locked it again. Unknowingly, you were holding his hand. No, you won't do anything like this, you said desperately, and he smiled as he tried to open, but you clutched it tightly. No, please, sir, I beg you. Jungkook smiled as he poked his inner cheek. If I agree to you, what I will get in return? He asked, raising brows, and you looked at him down. What do you want? And yes, don't ask anything. You said, avoiding eye contact with him, and he smiled. As he extended his phone to you, and you looked at him with dawn face because you know what he is going to ask for. Before he could complete, you took his phone, making him smile. You extended his phone as it was locked. Unlock, you said. I love you. Your heart almost popped up as you looked at him, widening your eyes, and your whole face turned red. What? Password. It's my password. He said, teasingly, controlling his smile as he's really enjoyed teasing you. You didn't have courage to make eye contact with him as he opened it, mumbling. You tell your password to anyone like this? As you nervously said without looking at him. No, I just changed. And not to everyone but for my soon-to-be wife. You tried your best to hide your blush but failed miserably. You extended his phone as he took and dialed it, and it rings in your pocket as you glared at him with the question. Was confirming that you gave right one. He looked at him seriously. The one in our records is not reachable. You looked at him with no words left in your mouth. Don't try to ignore my message or calls, or you will find me next to you next month. Understand? He said, giving warning sweetly. You're giving me creepy vibes, you mumbled as he raised brows. Is that so? You nodded like a kid. Your reaction doesn't suit with your face. Feels like you're a stalker. You mumbled with a pout and he chuckled. We'll work on this first, he said, winking at you, and you bite your lips. Seriously? Why you want to marry me? I know I'm pretty, but not a wife material. You blurted out and chuckled slightly. You're confident that you're pretty? He nodded multiple times. Of course I am. And every girl is beautiful. He smiled as he walked a little closer. Not sure about others, but you are surely, he whispered, making your heart skip speed. He's about to open the door, but you held his wrist, making him look at you, then you. You won't say anything to anyone, right? You asked, confirming, and he nodded while you didn't satisfied. You showed your pinky fingers to him, and he frowned in confusion while laughing a little. Promise me, you said, and he chuckled, looking at her childish behavior. He intertwined his little finger in yours while you smiled in satisfaction. Promise, he said with a grin. And don't irritate me, otherwise I will block your number. Not just block your number, I will block you from everywhere. He smiled, shaking his head. Your Highness, anything else? You squinted, asking as if you will do everything what I ask for. He raised brows. I will. You smiled as you opened your mouth to say, but shut as he. Except leaving you. Your smile dropped as you sighed. Oh, just you pissed me off. Talking like as if I'm your boyfriend and you're my girlfriend, showing tantrums. You looked at him, blinking multiple times. Being so informal. Just a while ago, sir. Now you? Quite progressive, he said teasingly, and he shut your eyes, realizing. Actually, I will like it more if you call me yours. You poke your inner cheeks because he's flirting on top notch, and it's really hard not to blush. So you should go, or others will misunderstand us. He tilted his head a little. One day I will stay with you here in your room, and then no one can stop me from staying with my wife. He is leaving you speechless, and you think it's useless to argue, because whatever you say, he will shut you up with the flirtiest line. You didn't say anything, feeling defeated, because no one flirted you before like this, the way he's flirting you with you. He unlocked the door while he was too close to you, as you just closed your eyes while he smiled as he was to walk. You look more beautiful in this, he whispers, and you opened your eyes just to match his, making your heart flutter. He slowly walked out, and his strong fragrance hits your nostril, making you feel. As soon as he walked outside, you closed the door while catching breath as you look at yourself in the mirror. I look beautiful in this too, you mumbled, being shocked. He has some serious issues. You squeeze your eyes. Oh God. You covered your face with hands, feeling embarrassed. You yawned as you didn't sleep well because of your mind running with millions of thoughts non-stop. You lazily open your locker as there is something inside which made you close it immediately. As your sleepiness flew away, as you looked around and that no one should see you. You slowly peeked, and your mouth hung open, looking at the bouquet of roses in your locker, and you shut your eyes. You opened it slowly, looking around as you carefully looked the flower, which is really huge, covering the whole space in your locker. And you don't even know how does it got in, but flowers are really pretty, which made you smile unknowingly as you looked at the letter on it. Good morning, pretty lady. I wasn't sure about which flowers are your favorite, but I think you will like this one. Tell me your favorite ones, I will send to you a huge one. Your magic is still on, but I think it's getting stronger because I'm getting desperate to be around you. If you think me as your stalker, then I'm okay being stalker of you. I'll assume that I made your heart flutter for sure. Not made you feel creep. Seriously, I'm not. Try me, you will love me. Have a great day. I will see you. More surprises on your way. Bye. You shut your eyes as you couldn't help to blush and giggle at his gesture, but you flinched as you heard a familiar voice. Closed your locker immediately and you turned around. It's Alia. Hi, girlie. You smile nervously as you put the note in your bag. Hi. Why are you standing like this? She said as you tried to act normal. Nothing, I was just going to class. She looked at you suspiciously at your weird behavior. Is everything okay, babe? You nodded and she smiled. Give me your locker keys. I forgot mine. She about to take you, but you stopped her and she frowned. Give me whatever things I'll keep. She looked at you confused. But we are getting late, Alia. There is some kind of desperation in your voice and you shook, standard, being confused. Keep it carefully. I will get you. I have to go washroom. You nodded as she walked. You looked at her feeling guilty because you didn't want to hide from her about yesterday, but she's read you and asked you thousands of questions which you are not ready to answer right now. And you sighed. Are you hiding something from me? And you looked at her, shook your head, and she sighed. So, how everything is going on between you and Mr. John? You wide your eyes a little, telling her to lower her volume. Sorry, tell me, still he is bothering you? You looked at her as if you want to say a lot as you looked down actually. Wait, she said, stopping you as you looked at her confused. That's Mr. John, right? As you looked in that direction. He was standing there as he is not looking in good mood. His brows are twitched and some kind of dark aura on his face. And when there's a girl walked behind him holding his hand and glared at her. Look who is here. Jungkook's fiancee. Isn't she pretty? Your heart dropped a little as you looked at them again. Yeah, she is. They make great pair. You made feast hearing those words as you sighed and decided to walk, but some curiosity stopped you as you looked in them again. She's Skanda, but I think they don't get along. Stopped as she looked at he was looking down. Hey, are you okay? You looked at her and smiled and nodded. Yes, I am. When Zara stumbled as she held Jungkook's hands unknowingly, he does too. But there is still an expression on his. I'm sorry, she mumbled, but his expression remains same. You should be. Zara stand as she looked at. I'm not sorry for what you are thinking. He glared at her. Zara, you know what? Go home. I don't want to talk to you. But I want to. I want to clear what I heard is right. Because I can see in your eyes. Jungkook rolled his eyes. You know what? What you heard is everything right. Because I don't owe any explanation to you. Jungkook, please. He cupped his face while he just side-eyed on them. Don't make me mad as I am right now. It's not right, please. He removed her hands. Let's go, Alia. What are you looking at? Look, I think they're having quarrel. You exhaled and I. Because you didn't look at them when Zara cupped his face. As you looked at Alia and walked, but stopped. Then you saw Jungkook walking downstairs in a hurry. Your eyes met his for a fraction of a second, but he walked away passing by you, which made you feel a little more weird and hurt, and you don't know why. Shrugging your thoughts, you decided to walk down, and you walked downstairs in slowly in your thoughts. But then a girl came from behind, who is in a hurry, pushing you slightly, making you stumble downstairs. You got disbalanced as she tried to hold you as well, but couldn't. As you close your eyes, getting ready to hurt. Why? And she also yelled. But someone catches you, as your heart almost came in your heart and soul ready to leave the body. And everyone out there gasped and sighed in relief as you opened your eyes a little to check yourself that you didn't hit the floor but in someone's embrace, and closed your eyes tightly, hugging him, not even bother to see who was it. Sweat covering your forehead too, and his heart jumping fast. What if he didn't make it on time? And he hugged her even more tighter. Zara's brows straightened, looking at them. He is closing his eyes, hugging her tighter as if his life depends on her and her depends on him. You slowly opened your eyes as you felt a little better, as you slowly broke the hug, and your heart jumped, looking at him as he cupped your face, looking at you with concern. Are you okay? And you nodded. He took a relief and you moved slowly. Thank you, sir. You said slowly as he just stared at her for a while, as everyone is looking at them, shocked. So you moved at distance. Jungkook, she blurted out when he finally looked at her. His facial expression changed in fraction. What? Before she could complete, he dragged her with him. LG just stared both of them and Allah rushed to you. Are you okay, Vaina? She said, and he slowly nodded with a small smile, and she hugged you. Thank God he was here. She mumbled, and you looked at the direction where they got disappeared. You looked around the students who were gossiping and you giving you weird stares.